Hello, dear friends, and welcome to live conversation on ALLATRA TV UK channel. How do we envision a society of a new, creative format, where a human is fundamental unit of society, where every person can really feel comfortable and happy, where everyone would live in prosperity and really feel safe? Creative Society is a unique global project that has been launched on the platform of ALLATRA International Public Movement. And millions of people today from all over the world are already discussing and framing the vision of society we all want to live in. My name is Dala, and my co-host for today is Yelena. She's going to tell you more about our project and introduce our lovely guest.
Hello, everyone. The main goal of this project is to build such a society that is free from the consumerist mindset, and we are building it only by peaceful means. You can find more information about the project on the ALLATRAUnites.com. I'm happy to welcome in our program our special guest, Madelaine Gomes, doctor in Metaphysical Science, soul therapist, Pranic Energy Healer, mind wellness advocate, and conscious business coach. Madelaine, we're very happy to have you today with us. Your life and work experience is wonderful. What is your motto and what drives you in your professional life and beyond that?
First of all, thank you for this opportunity to be here and to share my thoughts. And I believe collectively, when we all become more aware of who we are and what we want into the future, we can create the life we want to live in the future. We want to be there for generations to follow. So my motto is always to help people to realize their own greatness that's within them. Because I believe that through systems, through education, and through conditional thinking, we've been disengaged from our own greatness, and we're always looking for it on the outside of us, while we actually have the wisdom within us to change what we want to change.
Thank you very much. It's beautiful. Your experience is fantastic, and you're doing an amazing job helping other people. So, and I'd like to ask you that question. But before you answer that, let's watch a short video about how the Creative Society project is begun.
This Creative Society project was born by the initiative of the people themselves. After we carried out many social surveys, interviews, conferences, and well, we talked to many people really all over the world. These 8 foundations of the Creative Society is the result of the desire, the demand of the people themselves, because they talk about it. They tell us how they want to live, where, in what world, in what kind of society they want to live, what values are the most important for them. And after analyzing everything, we understand that yes, there are these 8 foundations that now we can share with everybody. It is a complex of values of each person in this world.
So, Madeleine, as you know, the topic of our discussion today is Creative Society. So I'd like to ask you that question. How do you envision Creative Society, where for you, your loved ones, and everyone will be comfortable and happy living in? What is your vision?
I'm excited about the Creative Society and the change that they collectively want to create throughout the world. I love the idea of people pursuing their purpose and people pursuing their passion for the betterment of everyone. And therefore, I'm passionate about what the Creative Society is doing, because I believe there's a future out there that where we do not need violence, we can have a better society for everybody. We can achieve our goals without fighting and without the violence that we see out there, through better systems that's being placed, through influencing governments to change their thinking patterns and their mindset. And therefore, I'm passionate about what you do as a society, because it's so much needed at the moment.
Thank you so much for your vision of creative society. It is important. We are humans after all, and we're one big human family. Thank you very much.
Yes, and how we said before, the human being is a fundamental unit of the creative society. Dear Madeleine, what values make us human? And who is the real human for you?
I'm very passionate about that, because that's exactly what my work is about, is to reconnect people to themselves, to reconnect them to their own purpose and their own values. When people see they have a purpose in the bigger scheme of things, they get excited about it, because they feel that they have a place and a role that they play into the bigger scheme of whatever needs to take place. And to me, everything is about self-development. It's about who are you as a person? What makes you tick? What are your values? And how do you align that with what you want in life? So values are very important, and it's different from person to person, which I respect, and it should be, because that is what makes us collectively successful, is to complement each other and not to expect everybody to be the same. As long as the outlook is we want to create a better future for everybody, and we want to create a society that's less consumer orientated and more service orientated, more serving each other from the heart, instead of following the money and following the past and the systems that we followed in the past, because that obviously failed somewhere along the line. And that's why people are seeking, that's why people are feeling they're missing something, and that's why people are depressed and burnout. Because if you don't have the fire in your belly every day when you wake up, you will be depressed and burn out, and that's our biggest problem at the moment. So with a creative society, I believe if you ignite the fire in people's belly and make them excited about the future, you give them purpose and you ignite their passion, and therefore a lot of mental wellness disease will disappear over time.
Yes, thank you very much. You're right about that, because creative society is supportive, harmonious, happy society, safe and secure society for everyone. And Madeleine, we know that you're helping people right now to build a better relationship and between people and their careers as well, businesses, and even health, and absolutely in every single sphere of their life. So I'd like to ask you this question based on your experience and speaking about the basic human relations in creative society. What do you think they should be based on? Competition or cooperation? Or how can we create the conditions, this harmonious condition, and so everybody will feel comfortable at workplace?
In the workplace, I believe the structure of the workplace should change. And all the structure of competition is not working. And the structure of having people above others, not meaning they're not necessarily better than others, but because of systems in place, they become the manager or the leader or a leading team. And I have seen examples of leaders and managers that should never be in that position, because they might have the skills in the job skills, but they don't have the people skills. Now, it's a combination of that all. So I feel differently about employment and about putting teams together within a company. And I don't believe in the systems that we followed in the past, because that did create a competition, that did create hostility, and it didn't actually promote better relationships. Where I believe now, taking people in or employing people to complement each other's skill to achieve a collective goal is the way to go. In other words, I'm not very good at social marketing, but I am very good at teaching, at speaking. I'm a visionary and so on. So I can put that together. I cannot market it. So if I have a company and I'm employing staff, I would employ staff on my team to support me and complement my stronger skills. So a marketer should be a specialist in what they do, complementing the team effort so that we can create the end result that we want. And I believe that has not been done in the past. I also don't believe, for years, I do not believe in the system where the leader, the manager, or the CEO is above everybody. They should be part of the team. I've been a director for 20 years of a company. It was a very lonely road because I felt at my level I had nobody to support me. I had nobody there for me. I was making sure everybody else is okay. Everybody else is aligned with the company vision and values. But for me, I didn't feel supported, which gave me burnout. It gave me all sorts. It gave me stress, where I feel if the CEO, director, leader, manager, we don't need managers, in fact, is part of the team, then they have automatically the support that they need to achieve the vision that they set there for the company, the team, whatever it might be. So to me, it goes about complementary skills and then employing the right people that will fit into your company culture. So it's imperative for a company to design a company culture before the time, make it open for all colors, all race, employing the right people, rather, the right skills, the right mental attitude, the right spiritual attitude that will fit into the company and really on different levels contribute towards the end result, not only skills.
Absolutely, you are right, and this is coming the next question for you, Madeleine. So, based on your professional experience, what would society be like if science served people rather than individual interest?
Sorry, I couldn't hear that. My signal disappeared.
If science served people rather than the private interests of individuals.
That will be absolutely great. Because you always need to build collective success, isn't it? Nobody can be successful on their own. So it's always aimed, but at the same time, the collective success cannot happen without the individual's complementary skills towards the same goal. So it's 6 of the one, half a dozen of the other. The focus should be society. The focus should always be we and people, but at the same time, be aware of the person as well. Because although we want to be part of a society, we want to be part of a company, we want to be part of a collective success, it's still the individual that is important. And I feel in the past, that's where companies lack, is they didn't see the individual. They only saw what they wanted to get out of the person for the goal that they want to achieve, and in rands and cents. But who is the actual person? And that's why I'm doing soul coaching and soul therapy, is how do you connect the actual person to the position and to the outcome? Because if that person is happy and the person feels that they belong, then your results will be much greater than when a person doesn't feel happy. They come to work just to be there, but it's not really what they really want to do. They're always looking out there for better while they're sitting here. My first choice would be work on the person, make the person understand their purpose in the bigger picture, in the people's picture, and let them understand how important they are for this people's picture to achieve success. And then have that buy-in from the person. And when that person then contribute, it's from the heart and not only from the intellect. And that makes a difference to the end result. And the commitment and the responsibility and the accountability that goes with it.
It's wonderful, thank you, because we all should respect each other, because after all, we all depend on each other, and every single business does depend on those people who are actually working for them. And it's just, we need to create this healthy environment at work and absolutely everywhere in society, so we all can feel inclusive, you know, like belonging to society or work or family or anything. So it is very important. And many things you have shared with us today, it's exactly what the project Creative Society is all about. I'd like to say a little bit more about this project for our viewers. Participants of ALLATRA International Public Movement have been conducting social research with people from all over the world. And as a result of these polls, it's first formed 8 foundations of Creative Society. And our viewers can find full information about stages and foundations for building the Creative Society on our official website, ALLATRAUnites.com. So please visit, if anyone interested in it, visit this website so you can see for yourself what they look like. And Madeleine, we know you are familiar with those 8 foundations and stages of building the Creative Society. Could you please share your opinion about this article? Do you think the implementation of 8 foundations will improve people's life?
Yes, definitely. I do believe it will. It's already creating a ripple effect, and it's already improving people's lives. So the more people that speak about it and the more people become aware of your amazing work and your amazing vision for the future, the better. So when you touch lives, it always, always has a ripple effect to the outside world. And the more people know about it, the more people it will touch, and the more people you will bring a different view, a different opinion, change a mindset, align them with your values, and collectively, we can only succeed. I believe in energy. We are all energy. So I firmly believe when you align people with the same vision, it is called the IHRC effect. It's like feeding it into a funnel to get this effect on the other side. It's just to align everybody, get everybody aware of it, bring everybody on board, and then it will happen. It will have a mushroom effect out there. And I believe firmly that you are busy creating that.
Yes, thank you very much for that, because we are reflecting on society and our children also reflecting on us. This, how can we build all together the beautiful world we all deserve to live in? And we all need, you know, it's our planet, it's our home. So we all have together work under this. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
I would like to invite dear viewers and you, Madeleine, to watch a short video from the conference which we had held on 20th of December 2020, Creative Society United We Can. This conference you could find on ALLATRAUnites.com, cartoon about aliens.
Aliens came to Earth. At first, they flew around it, saw everything, and then decided to talk to the people on Earth. They asked, "Why do you have so much garbage and garbage cans?" "Well, this is because we don't have enough money to build waste processing plants." "But why do you have so many hungry and homeless people?" "Well, this is because we don't have enough money to feed them and build houses for them." "But why are you constantly at war with each other?" "This is because we don't have enough money and we're trying to take it away from others." The aliens scratched their heads and said, "We fly around galaxies, have explored many worlds and planets, but have never met such a rare and, as it turns out, such a very necessary resource as money. Could you show us what it looks like and show where you get it in space? Then we will try to get it, bring you more of this money, and help you establish harmony on your planet." "We don't fly anywhere to get money," the Earthlings answer. "We print it ourselves." "Yourselves?" said the aliens. "Yes." After this answer, Earthlings were deleted from the list of intelligent beings.
So, Madeleine, how is important to change the format of our society from the consumerist one to the creative?
I believe it is important going forward. We will never move away from the money side of it because of the governments we're dealing with, because of what's going on in the world, but we can change the mindsets of it. We can lessen the damage of it, and we can create more awareness about how can we collaborate, how can we complement, and how can we service each other and help each other to move forward together in a more, I would say, in a greener lifestyle. You're very right in that video. Why is there so much homelessness? You know, it's a very sore point and a sensitive point for me when I see homeless people. Always think, how's this possible? When some people, and if I was the leader of a company or of a country, I would feel guilty going to sleep in my fancy bed and knowing under my rule are people without homes and without food. So it's also, as much as it's money, it's also as much mindset that needs to change, values that needs to change, current values that's in place, that's outdated and not working anymore. So there's a lot of influences that comes in to the collective change that you want to create as the creative society. And I think that is great, because I feel people need to look outside the box. They need to become more humble again. They need to become more grounded again, and they need to see what's going on around them and become aware of what is the role that they can play in the change going forward.
Yes, we all together need to unite by one goal and change the vector of our society from the consumers orientated to the creative, supportive one. Because as I said before, we're all in it, all of us, all together as humanity. This project is the calling for all humanity right now. It's my project, it's your project, a project of everybody who's watching us right now, because it starts with us, within us. And as I said, in every single constitution, every single country, power belongs to people. So we can do whatever it's in our hands to do to change it today. Start with yourself and you can achieve and accomplish everything. Thank you so much, Madeleine, on this answer as well. And I'd like to ask you next question, because as you know, this project right now informational stage, and we have 3 stages of creative society to build in. And I'd like to ask you that question is, what do you think we all can do already today to make creative society a reality for everyone?
First of all, I always believe change starts within. So if each person can start to ask them this question, themselves the question is, who am I? I believe we are at the right stage in the world, at this stage where we are in reset due to COVID. We can actually have a look at the past and we know what worked and what's not working, what didn't work and didn't bring the results that we want. How can we change that going forward? That can only start per person inside. You can only create a ripple effect of change and value added to other people when you know who you are. You know, I have a program called the I Am Possible program. It's all about self-actualization, healing and transformation of the inner architecture of a person. Because I firmly believe if your inner architecture is not aligned with where you are now, using your past as wisdom, but knowing who you are from here on and creating a new future that you want, that's not expected of you from anyone. That's not being put as pressure on you. You have to be a doctor, an advocate, this, that. But really, who do you want to be? That makes your heart sing when you wake up in the morning. And if we can create that awareness in a person and they start to ignite the I am within them, we're already changing the society. We're already starting that ripple effect of change. Because then you're dealing with authentic people, you're dealing with people who's consciously aware of who they are, what they say, what they do, and how it affects the environment, how it affects the people around them, how it affects the animals on planet Earth, because people seem to think that it's all separate and it's not, we all one. So we need to start to see that as all one. We need to start to be conscious of each other. What we do, what we say, and how we act has an effect on everybody around you. So just the mere fact that people start to reconnect with them and want to be the best version of themselves will already start a change. And then from there, I believe what you educate, what you are standing for, will have a much easier space to create and start to have a ripple effect, because then people are open for that and they see the importance moving forward into a society that's better for all, that treats people better, that's got values, that wants to change the consumer side of life, that wants to give everybody a chance to survive on this earth equally good, because isn't that what we all want at the end of the day? Lessen poverty and lessen the rich and bring them all aligned in the middle. And we can run projects like that when people are aligned with that from the inside out.
Yes, thank you. Bringing everybody together under one big, beautiful human family, as we spoke today about. It's absolutely amazing idea, not just idea, a goal of all of us to live in a happy, secure, and safe world. What else we want? Because we're not just consuming our rivers, oceans, forests, but also relationship between us as humans. And I know you have amazing experience in science, as a human science as well. So you understand that how the mind working for people, mindset works. So thank you so much for your opinion on this question, because it's really important for all of us start with us. Thank you so much.
It starts in school. They need to start in school at a very young age. If we really want to change, that's the stage where we need to step in and say, we're changing school, we're changing the syllabus at school. We bring in mindset, we bring in mind wellness, we bring in life skills, we bring in consciousness. We are creating little human beings into conscious human beings, which will lessen aggression, mental illness, better relationships. And for the future, it will create a way different future is what we've seen, we've experienced, and we had.
Yes, you're right. And how Allah previously said that right now we're implementing the first stage of the creative society, which is the informational stage. And now we're using the theory of 6 handshakes, and which says that everybody is connected through 5 or less social connections. So I would like to ask you, who you would like to invite for our next conversation? Him or her will share with us their vision of creative society.
Oh, I've got the perfect people. They're younger, so their vision is much broader, and they are very holistic. They're looking at life much more holistic. And I would love to introduce my son and his girlfriend to the Creative Society, because in their age group, they can make a difference there and they can create awareness from there on. So next time, I would love it if you would like to invite them onto the platform and speak to them about their opinions about how do we go forward from here and make and create the change that we would like to see in the world.
Thank you very much. This sounds absolutely fantastic, and we're looking forward to have them on our program and hear their opinions and visions as a youth. As you said, it's very important, because this world we are creating not just for ourselves, but for next generations as well. And dear Madelaine, thank you very much for your inspiring and enriching conversation today. It's I'm sure lots of our viewers can find this inspiration to start something, some changes in their own mindset and working on themselves as well. And I'd like to remind our viewers that to join the Creative Society project, please visit ALLATRAUnites.com. It's our official website. And and you can see the Join Us button. So please press it and you can choose your language, and you see this short form here, so you can just fill it, and participants of ALLATRA International Public Movement will contact you and tell you more about this project and how can you help. Because anyone who can offer their expertise or they, I don't know, anything experience in life, or just share the vision of creative society, or help us to be a host or co-host, or just help us with technical support. So we welcome everyone to this beautiful project, because it all depends on every single of us.
Yes, so Creative Society project has inspired millions of people all over the world. And this number is growing every day, because Creative Society is what we all want, regardless. The Creative Society project is uniting all of us, regardless nationality, language, skills, gender, I don't know, background, social status. And this society is a safe, harmonious, friendly, prosperous, happy, peaceful, where all of us would like to live in. So right now, I say thank you to all viewers, and to you, Madelaine. Thank you, Alan. Thank you for our technical support. And I would like to invite everyone to our upcoming conference on 20th of March, 2020, Creative Society, or the Prophets Dreamed of. Thank you very much, and bye-bye for now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Unprecedented event of present history. Initiative that comes from people around the world. Main project of humanity. People stopped being silent about urgent issues of our society. How it all started. May 2019, International Online Conference, Society, The Last Chance. 140 countries of the world. Hundreds of thousands of people online, hundreds of broadcast platforms, translated into 7 languages simultaneously. If we all want to live in peace, why do we have a world of violence and destruction? It is up to us to build a different world. How can we do it? December 2020, Creative Society, United We Can. 180 countries of the world, millions of people online, thousands of streaming platforms, 35 languages simultaneously translated. People have voiced today's reality and what they truly desire. And it is the Creative Society. All cultures have an image of the ideal world people want to live in. A world that prophets talked about. The time has come when we can make it real. How will we use this chance? Let's meet March 20, 2021, 3 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time and 10 a.m. Eastern Time. International online event of global scale. Creative Society, what the prophets dreamed of. This is the day the world will unite to find out the truth, join the entire humanity, and spread the message.